I'm Reen Schwarzer, and you're listening to the Giant Sword Podcast. Microphones, activate!
Hello, and welcome to this week's Giant Sword Podcast. I'm your party leader, Nick Lynn. Joining me, as always, is Taylor Hoyt.
Hello.
And Shadow Elite. What's up, Shadow?
What up, guys? We out here. We getting to these topics.
Oh, yeah. These 3 topics.
These 3 topics.
How have you guys been doing? It's, you just get to stay at home all day, play all the games. Unless you have a job.
I wish I could stay at home and just play all the games, but most of the time I'm at home, I'm working. I'm on my computer working.
Yeah, same. Outside of today, I've been working too, but I've been putting in work on the weekends. Been plowing through games, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how much Taylor has been playing. He beat 2 games in in a week.
I almost got the platinum in one of them.
It's ridiculous.
Well, either these games are really short or he just has a lot of time on his hands.
Taylor can play over 24 hours.
Column A, little column B. That's right. Little column A, little column B, though, for sure.
And you said you're going for the platinum, but you complete these games. Did you actually take your time, or did you just let me get to the end real quick,
Well, we'll get to that and when we're talking about what we've been playing. So I don't know if there's anything else you want to kick off with, Nick. How about you? I know you actually have to go to a place and work. Have you been are you wearing gloves and masks and stuff like that, or what are you doing?
Yep, I have to do all that. I can actually get my mask right now.
Oh man.
Just no. Well, it's in there somewhere. I wear a scarf thing, and then I have to wear gloves.
Gotcha.
And I get to stand around and have people complain, why are you not opening early? Where is everything? Why are you doing this? People, please stop.
It's because of the fake pandemic, Nick. It's false. It's just because it's an election year.
Yes, it's fake. It does not exist.
Yeah.
Listen, man, take pride in the fact that you are essential.
Yeah.
All right, you're an essential person now. Okay, you got to be out there in the trenches.
Yep. Everyone's thank you for working. Thank you for doing everything you're doing. I'm I'm standing around doing nothing.
Hey, that's essential. Okay. I mean, It's better than me and Matt have had to just do paperwork on top of paperwork just to get all the paycheck protection, all that other stuff. It's been a real pain in the butt. That's for sure.
But you got a client recently, right? A newer client?
For when the lockdown ends. So we can't do anything. We haven't gotten paid or anything, but yeah. So, but then we just got our unemployment the other day, so that's nice. So now we don't have to worry about money for a while.
Nice.
Never thought I'd see the day where I'd have to apply for unemployment, but hey, when 30 million people in America are without a job, then it's a unique situation.
Yeah, I'm truly blessed that I get to work 48 hours a week. I'm not complaining.
Oh, you get to work overtime? That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
get
work.
Paid extra?
I do. I get hazard pay and everything.
Nice, dude. That's awesome.
On average, I think I've been working 55 hours a week.
That's crazy.
On average. That's
are you getting extra, or also are you salary?
No, I go hourly.
Okay.
But they do pay me overtime. But the problem is we get a report that we gotta wait for, and if we don't get it, we can't go anywhere. So they be handing this report in mad late, and I just gotta stay on and fix the spreadsheet, filter it, calculate all the rates. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
And then I think last week I did a report, and I thought I messed up on the report. I thought it was all me. I thought all the numbers were wrong because I did it. But it turns out when that report got to me, it was already messed up. So I was just doing it like I normally do it. And it turns out the person that handed it to me did it completely wrong. So that made my numbers off. I thought that was all day yesterday. I thought I was in trouble. I thought my boss was gonna come to me and say, "Brandon, what the fuck is all this shit?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't even know. I do it like I normally do. I don't know what happened here." And he straight up described it. He's like, "Oh no wonder Brandon's numbers are off." I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you're good, Brandon." I was like, "Oh, okay, good. I'm good out here. We're good."
And that is why our episode has been late this week.
Yeah. Blame reports
Fault
coming
of
in
shadows,
late.
stupid coworkers.
I ain't know if I'm stupid. Everybody makes a mistake, but actually that was a pretty big one. I thank God that wasn't my fault.
Don't you hate that when you think it's your fault and you're freaking out for like a couple hours until the boss comes in?
Yo, for like 6 hours, I thought it was my fault. I was going through all the motions. I was like, he gonna get mad. He gonna talk to me. I'm gonna have to go on unemployment. I'm gonna have to do all this. Like, do I have enough saved up? I was like, nah, I don't know if I have enough saved up to survive another two or 3 months. Oh man. I was like, let me get my resume ready. I was like, oh man, I can't do it to this.
They come in,
But
you're
it
getting
was-
promoted. Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, Taylor. So I've only been playing Persona after Final Fantasy VII. But you went on and started playing all these games and beating them, which was blowing me away.
Yeah.
In like 5 seconds, you're done with them. Let's start with Trials of Mana. Like I'm thinking about getting it, but right now I'm just biding my time because work is crazy and I just want to relax and not delve into a huge story other than Persona.
Well, then Trials of Mana might be the perfect game because the story, I mean, you want to talk about tropey old school stories. I mean, the story is collect 8 elemental MacGuffins and then kill 8 elemental monsters. Like that's the story. So there's really, yeah. But the combat and exploration is really fun. And there's 6 characters that all play very differently. So it's cool to try them out. Although the game is very strange. I've never played a game like this. You pick your party when you start the game. So you pick your main character and then your other 2 party members. And then that's your party for the game, your 3 characters.
So you picked all the girls.
No, actually, I didn't. I picked the 2 cute girls. I picked Reese, Angela, and then I picked Duran, who is like the warrior knight kind of guy. But what's funny is after I beat it, I started up another playthrough with the other characters. And I think I like the other 3, how they actually play better. So, looks can be deceiving.
As long as you pick Angela, that was the right choice.
Yeah, of course. I mean, she's best girl. And you know why that was the right choice? Because you had her in your thumbnail for the JRPG lineup for 2020. So... So I'm like, okay, of course she's gonna do well, but she weirdly enough, she's not that fun to play because like her spells take so long to cast. It's not like you're just slinging spells or whatever. So she's not actually that fun to play. She's a good like AI partner, but yeah, not that fun to play as.
There's a lot of outfits in the game. Are they unlockable or are they just like?
Yeah, sort of. So the way it works is once you hit level 18, you go to these things called mana stones, and they'll let you have like branching class choices. So it's like pick the light class or the dark class, and they do different things and they have different outfits. And then once you hit level 38, you get to branch off again. So, but you can't, it's really hard to go back. So you might want to do some research ahead of time and see how the branches work. So you pick the one that you like. And then there are brand new outfits. There's a post game that was not in the original game. And so in the post game, you unlock a 4th class or a 4th tier or whatever. So yeah, there's a bunch of different outfits. And what's really cool is you can still keep your class, but then change your outfit to whatever class you want. So let's say, for example, you're at your tier 3 class, you like the stats, but you like your outfit in tier 2. You could there's something in the menu that allows you to change your outfit to whatever you want. So
yeah, it's good to know. It's very good to know.
Yeah, because I actually really didn't like Angela's tier 2 class. I think it looked kind of stupid. And then her tier 3 and 4 looked better. So it ended up working out.
Okay. I'm going to get that one with them too.
So did this game tickle your fancy? Did you really enjoy it?
I did. It's definitely a Taylor game in the sense that it's very straightforward. It's like, so there's like a gold star on the mini map. It always tells you where to go. There's not a lot of exploration. It kind of the maps remind me of Final Fantasy 12, where it's like it's like wide linear, if that makes sense. Those like interconnected zones from town to town. So it's really easy to tell, like, okay, the star's telling me to go this way. Let me go the other way so I can explore every part of the map. And I always did that because there were always items to find. There was always gear to find. And the thing that's really important are these things called item seeds. And so what those are is you can pick them up from enemy drops, or they're just scattered that you can pick up through the game world, and you plant them at the ends, and then they immediately sprout into items. And then the more of those you get, you like have a seed level, and every time you level up, you get better seeds and stuff. And the best gear in the game can only be gotten with those item seeds. So, you know, I was like level 3 or 4, and I dumped a bunch of seeds into the pot at one of the ends, and I was like, oh shoot, Ragnarok! Like, this is like by far the best sword I've gotten in the game. It was like, it like doubled the stats of the one I had equipped. So it's definitely worth taking the time to explore, because you get really good gear. And yeah, it's kind of short though. So a lot of people have been saying 25 to 30 hours. I beat the main story in 17 hours, and then the post game took me like 3. So it took me like 20 to do everything. So
how much is it?
It's only 50, which is nice. And what's cool is I think there's some inherent replayability, because like I said, you play as 3 characters, and then you can start over and play as the other 3 characters. And the story actually does change. Like the main villain changes depending on who your main character is. So there's definitely reasons to go through it again.
How's the voice acting?
Honestly, you know, people have their opinions. It's a little over the top. It reminds me of like anime, like English anime voice acting. Like sometimes they overact a little bit. So it reminds me of that. Though obviously the big one is Charlotte, who has like the W's for her R's or whatever. But you can switch to the Japanese voiceover, which is nice, and it's good. I think. It's hard to know, but it's there. It's an option.
Okay. All right.
Did you play on the Switch or the PS4?
PS4, and that runs at 60. So if you're looking for, I heard the Switch version doesn't run as well. Like sometimes it struggles to run at 30. So I would definitely get the PS4 version if you have the choice. And I think it's on PC
version.
Yeah, or the PC. Yeah. You probably run that thing at 120 frames a second if it's not locked.
Sounds amazing.
Shadow just wants the mods.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I'm really looking at it right now. I'm like, yeah, where's the mods at? Let's see some mods. Oh man, I already see some great mods.
Oh boy,
I already got it.
I
knew him. I knew him too well now.
I'm a simple man.
Oh boy, just the first thing that pops up. Yep.
There's some nice alternative colors I see.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay,
we're keeping the audience all in mystery. You're all like, this is nice. I like this.
Hot mods. They swap colors. That's interesting.
So you would say this is a good game to play if you just want to have a game just to, you know, waste time with, because it's not really story heavy, but it's fun and it's a good classic JRPG feel to it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think it's you definitely have to have an appreciation for old school JRPG stuff, because it's definitely tropey. The voice acting is definitely a little overacted. But yeah, combat's good. I think people simplified it a little too much. Everybody's like, oh, it's just button mashy, and I think there's more to it than that. That's
why I kind of felt like when I played the demo, I was like, unless the enemies get like variety and like they attack different and have different attack patterns, it seemed really button mashy to me. But that's from the demo, so I don't know.
But the other thing is you unlock a ton of new combat abilities as you progress through the game. So there are definitely like your moveset gets a little more diverse and there's more things to do. So and that I don't know about the enemies. There's weird spikes in the game. Like the first couple bosses are super easy, and then there's this one boss that is like insane. It's like a wall, and then randomly through the fight there are like spikes that pop up from the floor. It was like so crazy. I had the hardest time with it. But most of the bosses are pretty easy outside of that one. So I don't know. It's kind of all over the place with the difficulty.
Okay. I'm thinking about some.
I ran in that problem in Persona 4 Royal.
Persona 4 Royal?
Persona 5 Royal.
There you go.
It was too hard or too easy?
No, there's this one boss that just becomes extremely difficult, but I'll tell you about that later. It was just really weird because I was just getting through that game real quick, and I'm playing on hard mode, and then I hit this boss, and I was like, why can't I beat this? This is ridiculous. But yeah, a little hint to the next topics. The next game you played was Sakura Wars.
Yeah. This is a Taylor game. This is a Taylor game right here.
Season of Taylor right here, man.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Sakura Wars is awesome. This, I had a feeling that this was going to be a game that was up my alley, and it was even better than I expected. So my thought going in was, oh, this is just the best parts of the social link system from Persona. And then there's like some mech action combat. And it's definitely that, but the game is super funny. So it reminds me of like a Telltale game, because you'll just be having conversations with your characters, and then every once in a while, like a dialogue choice pops up, and you can say like stupid stuff, and it just makes the situation super funny. And so imagine like any silly anime situation, like, oh no, I'm going into the girl's bath, like stuff like that kind of thing pops up like once a chapter, just to provide some fan service, some comedy. But then have you guys seen that? I don't know why they call them this, but they're called the Tate events, like the super like intense romance sequences. Have you seen those?
No, I haven't. I heard you talk about them, and you kept doing blushy faces, so they must be intense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So each character gets one of those through the game, and basically that's your opportunity to get to know each of your 5 girls on your team a little bit deeper. And so, but then like at one point near the end, they get like really close, and you can like click on their hair, and it's like, oh wow, you have really shiny hair. Oh wow, your eyes are so pretty, and stuff like this. It's like kind of weird, if I'm being honest, but it's fun. It's fun. And I don't know. It feels. I heard Jay say this in his video, but it's really is. It does feel like you're playing an anime, and even more so because in between chapters it has like a next time on Sakura Wars, and it gives you like a preview of what happens in the next chapter. And then the mech combat's great. I mean, each character has a different fight style, and 2 of them are like useless. They're just garbage. They're just so slow. They don't do any damage. But then the other 2 are great. Or the other, I guess, 3. But yeah, that game is probably the same, probably 20, 25 hours, but there's a lot of replayability because you want to see how the story plays out with, depending on which girl you pick. And then there is a mini game that's awful if you're not Japanese, called Koi Koi Wars, or I think it's just called Koi Koi, but they call it Koi Koi Wars in the game. Do you guys know what this is?
Nope.
No.
I know nothing about this game.
So this is a real life card game. So it's it takes playing this game like 20 times to like understand what it is. So basically, Nick, 13, right? You remember 13?
Mm-hmm.
So it's sort of like 13 with pictures, sort of. So you have a hand, and then like 8 cards are on the table, and you have to match with what's on the table. And then like every time you match, you add it to this pile, and then these piles make like point things, and it's so random. It's super weird. But it's for the trophy, so I had to do it all.
I'm about to say, is it tied to the platinum? Because it sounds like you're gonna have a hard time.
Yeah, I already did it. It was really tedious, but I already did it, thankfully.
So, like, is the game more like, is there more battle than there is like these character moments? Because I'm seeing like it's more visual novel-esque than it is like battle. That's what's kind of keeping me from this game. Are you doing a fair amount of battling?
I would say the split is probably maybe like 60% visual novel story and like 40% combat. Like combat, it takes a while to get into your first battle, but then as the game goes along, so there's a tournament arc in the game, by the way, that's super cool. So there's like a world games where you and all the countries from around the world fight in like a mech combat tournament. So when that comes up, there's a lot of combat. And then as the game ramps up to the end, there's a lot of combat, but the beginning, there's not. So It's hard to say. And then they have like these VR simulator things where you can like replay missions with different characters to get like your I don't even know what they call it in the game, like your friendship level up with the different characters on your team. I don't even know what that's called, but so at that point when that unlocks, you can fight as much as you want. So
okay. All right.
Yeah, but the like I know people are hesitant, like, oh, I want to play a visual novel, but it's like it's so well animated and it's so funny, and you actually care about all the characters. If you didn't care about the characters, then it might be hard to recommend. But all the core casts are like super funny and super interesting, and they introduce a lot of side characters to the game that you can run around town and talk to, and they have their own side stories that are funny. So I was really surprised at how funny it was, honestly.
This sounds like us explaining Cold Steel to Taylor.
You might be right.
Yeah,
you might be right.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
What's going on here, Taylor?
I mean, Sakura is just better, so I don't know.
I don't know about that, Chief.
Well, you got to play it.
I don't know about that. Well, you got to play Trails games. Trails games, man. What's going on
beat Trails 1 twice. I beat the first one so many times.
Cold Steel 1.
Yeah.
Do you play it on the PS4?
Sakura Wars?
Yeah.
I think it's only on PS4.
Nah.
When is it coming to PC? I need it on PC. I can't be playing that game on PS4 here, man.
You need the mods.
I don't know. The bots. I mean, there's definitely some girls with some assets, if you know what I mean. So there would be it would be ripe for mods, that's for sure.
I'm about to wait for that to come on PC then.
I mean, it is Sega, and Sega usually brings their stuff to PC, even if it takes a while. So I'm kind of surprised it wasn't there already, but either they're going to let it do its thing on PS4, and then they'll.
Yeah, I expected it to be ported to PC at some point.
Most definitely. He's probably going to be games that I play later.
That's that is the general gist I've been getting. So like when I put out a video saying like why you should play it, that is almost everybody's response. Like, that looks great, but I'm gonna wait till it goes on sale. I'm like, that hurts. Like we I don't know. I get it. I totally get it. Like it doesn't feel like a big world you can explore. It doesn't feel like a traditional $60 game, and it's at $40. I feel like it's a no-brainer. So if it is,
bucks?
What?
I know it was $40.
No. I'm saying when it goes on sale, like it's full price. But if you buy it on sale for $40, like that's the perfect price, I think.
Okay.
But it is worth playing, I think.
You also got to know that it's kind of a trying time in the world right now when it comes to money. So people have to pick and choose.
Hey man,
that's also true.
Stimulus checks, so they get money. They got them stimulus checks.
Yeah, that's also true. I understand that. And we just came out of a loaded month. Like we had Resident Evil 3 remake, Final Fantasy 7 remake. There was probably other games that I wasn't paying attention to on other platforms that came out that were good. I think Half-Life Alyx came out. So I totally get it. Like if you spent your money, but don't forget about it. Like in the summer or when you get more money to spend on games or something, like go back and play it, because I think it's really good. And too many people are overlooking it.
Most definitely. All right, so I got a topic.
Claris is best girl, by the way. She's best girl in that game.
Claris is best girl. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I had to prove you wrong.
She's the blonde one with the green outfit.
Oh, okay. You disappointed me.
She's definitely the worst in combat. Like her moveset is terrible, but I just like her as a character.
Okay.
Is there any teacher character?
Sort of. There is a older character. So the plot of the game is you come in and you need to revive this division that runs a theater that does plays, but also the combat division of Tokyo. And so your plays are garbage. And so you bring in this character named Anastasia, and she's like a world-renowned actress, and she's kind of older from what I get. And so she teaches all your teammates how to act, and she's also playable. So that's probably the closest you'll get. I figured that would probably be the one that you would go for.
Yeah, she's not bad. She's not bad. Okay, wait a minute. We have something here.
Yeah, we have two somethings there.
Okay. She's really good. She's really good. Okay.
So what was really funny, I was looking at the trophy data based on who. So the trophies are like you get a trophy every time you beat the game with a certain girl, and so by far, in a way, the most popular one is is Sakura, the girl in the box, and then the second most popular is her name's Hatsuo. She's got the red hair and she's got like the Shrine Maiden outfit, and she also has big boobs. So it was like tied between her and Claris, and then the least popular is the Lolly Ninja Azami. So that makes sense.
Makes sense. People want
I can go with Hatsuo. Hatsuo's a little bit better.
Yeah, Hatsuo is great. She's fun. She's like half tsundere. She kind of talks like she said in the game she's like, I talk like a gangster. So she talks with a lot of slang. She's one of the best in combat too. So
it's a game. Is the game in English or is it Japanese?
Nah, it's only in Japanese with subtitles. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Nick.
Totally cut me off. All right. So I wrote down a little topic because I knew there wasn't much news. And this has been on my mind for a little bit. And it's perfect because I know we have a division in this podcast with this topic. So,
okay.
Are you happy with where JRPGs are heading? Or do you wish the classic turn-based systems would make a comeback?
I'll let Shadow lead on this one. What do you think, Shadow?
Like classic RPG games, you know. That's what I meant.
Like, you mean like classic turn-based, I guess?
Like turn-based, it could be turn-based. It could just be like, you know, world maps, towns, stuff like that.
I would say, I mean, I love those types of RPGs, world maps, random encounters. I used to always love those, but unfortunately, they're not marketable anymore. So we gotta get the action type. We gotta get the enemies on screen. Doing a whole world map thing. That's not. I mean, like as good as that would be. Fucked up my monitor. As good as that would be, I think it's a lot of work for like small developers to do. Really, I think only Square Enix can actually do an open world game like Final Fantasy 15, but even they can't do it right. I miss it, but I could always go back to it and play it. I mean, like I don't think these like the JRPGs of today aren't bad, but they can definitely stand to learn from the old school ways in some aspects. Other than that, I don't mind it.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think Square Enix is serving that old market better than anybody. Now, granted, Tokyo RPG Factory hasn't. I would say that they may have not put out one good game yet or one great game yet, but that studio is totally dedicated to making those classic style games. And then, you know, they've been doing stuff like Octopath Traveler. We've got a new Bravely game coming out. So I think those games still exist. They're still happening. They're just obviously they're not as prevalent. But I mean, I don't even know they're still marketable. Those games sell, but I think open world is the hot thing right now, right? Or even like think of like how Dragon Quest did it. It's like the interconnected zones. I think that's the best way I can explain it. It's like wide linear, I guess. I think that might just be the easiest to do, and I don't know. I don't mind too much. A lot of my favorite JRPGs this generation have really been almost like small zones that you just hop between. Like Persona 5, it's not open world and it's not really classic either, right? Like you have to take the train and you're in these little zones. I would say Persona 5 is what like an updated version of the classic, you know? What more people should do. More companies should do instead of going straight open world action. Well, we saw what happened with Tales, and they tried that, and it didn't work with Zestiria. So
what?
What's that?
Hysteria. Ew.
Yeah. So I think the best they can do is stuff like I think Persona was a Game of the Year contender, so I think it's still they're still marketable. They're never going to sell. Like apparently the best-selling Final Fantasy of all time is 15, which is crazy. So,
what?
Yeah, they recently put out.
Shit? Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure it is.
And right behind it is 7, but I wouldn't be shocked if 7 Remake outsells it. But I
don't know. Taylor's pretty divisive.
What, 7 Remake? It's already sold like 4 million copies. So
no, it's a good game. I don't care what people say. That's a good game. They haven't played themselves.
That game's really fun. I mean, if you want to play the original's still there, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, there's still turn-based games. Like I said, we just rattled a bunch off. Like there's Game of the Year contenders like Persona 5. There are games that are not quite Game of the Year contenders, but are still of a similar quality, like Dragon Quest 11. Like I don't think Dragon Quest 11 or Dragon Quest 12, if when they make that probably won't be a Game of the Year contender. But we still get like high quality games like that. So I think.
I mean, I think those are the only two, aren't they? That are really like mainstream. Dragon Quest and Persona 5 that are like turn-based games. What are the other ones? There are no other ones, I don't think.
Nothing of that
caliber.
Yeah, sales-wise, that caliber, that recognition. Yeah. I am really trying to think, because people would say Trails, but Trails is really niche, whether people want to admit it or not.
Have we gotten like a brand new JRPG released like now or since I guess 2017 that's like been like turn-based that's really been a hit with people?
Octopath Traveler is the only one I can think of.
Yeah, it's about the only one. I can't think of anything else that's been really big.
That sold pretty well too. That sold over 1 million copies. So
yeah, it did.
Raiden Historia, the remake on 3DS.
Okay, here's one. I know that you guys don't want to say this. Literally the biggest JRPG franchise, Pokemon, is turn-based. So there you go.
Pokemon, like listen. When somebody says Pokemon is something, Pokemon is its own thing. Pokemon is Pokemon. I can't even
I don't know
when it comes to stuff like that. Like
I don't know.
A JRPG. Yeah, it's a JRPG, but it's like it's not. Like, I wouldn't even count it as a JRPG.
Why not? It's you explore a world map. You have party members. You level up. It's turn-based combat. It's everything that's in a JRPG.
It's Pokemon. That's why.
So what? It doesn't matter.
I don't think you have party members. You more have personas.
It's still whatever.
Yeah.
I will argue till the day I die that is the biggest JRPG franchise. So
there's a reason I don't put that game on like any of my JRPG lineup lists or any like 5 video that I do, because I don't consider it a JRPG at all.
I don't know.
It's not. I don't know. It's like it's only one person. You're traveling around the world.
This sounds like a video that needs to be made.
Is Pokemon a JRPG? That's the title right there.
I'm pretty sure it is, and people are gonna. If I was to do that, or we were to do that, they would say it is. It definitely is, but I don't consider. It's like Dark Souls. Is Dark Souls a JRPG?
No, it's not. I hate that. I hate what people say to do.
No.
Talk about why is Dark Souls not a JRPG?
That is a Western style RPG made by a Japanese studio.
But it's still a Japanese game made.
Yeah, see, this is why this needs to be a video. All right, I
don't want to say Dark Souls is a JRPG either, but I can acknowledge somebody said it was. I mean, I can't argue against this. It is. so hey.
I mean, on paper it is. So here's my thing. I think JRPG, it's like it's not on paper or a set of features. It's almost like a feeling or something, or it's like
I tried. Okay, back in the day, I like a couple months ago, I tried to put this into words. Like, what makes a JRPG? And this is what I came up with. All right, okay. There's 5 points. Must be made in Japan. Must have a party system.
Okay.
Characters must level up. Must have a linear story. Main protagonist must be established. No character creation.
Okay. Now let me throw this one.
And I said, of course, there's going to be exceptions.
Okay, because my counter to that is something like Cosmic Star Heroine. It fulfills all that, but it was made in America or Canada. I don't know where it was made, but
that's why it says must be made in Japan. That's one of them.
Here's my thing. This is crazy. I would, if we were having a debate, which is more a JRPG, Cosmic Star Heroine or Dark Souls, I would say Cosmic Star Heroine.
It ticks most of those boxes. It's just because JRPG is a made up genre, and it's not true. Real. Yeah. So I tried to make it this is what these points has to be, have at least 4 of these points to be a JRPG. But of course there's exceptions. Like with those, Legend of Zelda will not be a JRPG.
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon will not be a JRPG with all these points. It's just so it's
like the term JRPG doesn't even exist in Japan, does it? It's just RPG.
Yeah.
It's a term we made up in the West, or anybody outside Japan made up for the most part.
Yeah. And it's very broad. Like it's definitely used pretty broadly. So I know I'm not going to talk about this in depth, but there was a game that was announced today at the Xbox conference called Scarlet Nexus, and it doesn't even look like an RPG. It almost looks like a Devil May Cry or a Platinum game title. But when you go to Xbox's blog and you look at the tags at the bottom, one of the tags says JRPG. And
really?
But if you were to watch that, you wouldn't immediately think that's what it is. Like, oh, this is like a character action game or something. But apparently, that's how they describe it. So that term is definitely thrown loosely.
Very loosely, yeah. That's why I want to make an established thing with a video. Just this is what it is. And then at the end, it's just the Barboza saying they're more like guidance.
That'd be perfect. I mean, it's funny that you say Zelda, because I had I made my top 10 JRPG towns video, and I put a town from Breath of the Wild, and people got super pissed.
Didn't you put like 4 towns from Zelda in that thing?
No, that was Easy Allies. Put 4 Zelda. Everybody got so mad. They're like, no Dragon Quest towns, no Final Fantasy towns. They were super mad. And then I also put a town from Harvest Moon, which that's not really a JRPG either. But
what is Harvest Moon?
People call those life sims, so I would throw that into life sims, like with Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing and stuff like that.
Huh?
Yeah. Good talk.
We went off on a tangent, totally off topic.
Sure did. And it was one that we clearly didn't care about. We didn't have anything to say.
I just wish, I wish they would make a classic feeling JRPG that has modern life improvement. What's it? Modern life improvements.
Yeah.
What's the
quality of life improvements?
Quality of life improvement. Modern quality of life improvements.
Yeah.
So something that looks like Octopath Traveler, but like, what do you mean? Like, what features are you looking at? What style are you looking at here?
My biggest, I want a classic Tales game to come back. So it's,
but that's 2D, not turn-based.
No, I know, but it's classic Tales though. It's so it could be like the world, the overworld and everything. The cities could be all in 3D and shit. And then the world map's going to be like a world map. You go into a world map. It's a giant. Everyone, like, the character's huge and the world's like tiny.
Yeah.
And then you could find, explore. It's linear, but it feels like it gives you the feeling of exploration. And of course, at the end of the game, you get the airship thing that you could explore the world map and you could find secrets and side quests.
Okay.
But I want the battle system. But I do want the battle system to go back to frickin' 2D. Like, it goes into Guilty Gear Strive graphics 2D battle system.
Wow, that'd be intense.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah,
so,
right?
I want to throw out, just to go back for a second, I want to throw out one other game that kind of feels like a classic JRPG. I know we didn't like this too much, but Ni no Kuni 2 has like a classic world map where the character is as big as the town and stuff like that.
It does.
Yeah, it's not turn-based, but
I did enjoy having like a world map feeling to it.
That is the only, I would say, like, JRPG in the last like 5 years that does a world map like that.
I think so, yeah.
I can't really think of any others.
'Cause
They
the
all
new-
do those interconnected zones.
Yes, the new style is those interconnect. Like Tails did that. I don't know when they started doing that. Was it after Vesperia?
Yeah,
After
it's
Vesperia. After Vesperia.
No, it was Exalia. I'm sorry, Exalia.
Yeah, Exalia did that.
That's right. Yeah.
Actually, Tales of Hearts did it first on the DS.
Oh, it did. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I didn't even know that.
And then I noticed, I remember playing it, I'm like, I don't like this. I want the world map, which is funny because the PSP or the Vita version has a world map.
Oh, that's weird.
Isn't that weird?
Why do you think the world map kind of died out?
I don't know. I would think the world. I would
for like an average player to figure out. I guess I don't know.
I don't know. I would say it would help out with game design because you don't have to design all these interconnected worlds, and it would, free up some, stuff, some development time for other things.
Here's my thought. I almost wonder if it was they did that because they were so limited at the time that was their best way to represent a giant world, was to do it like that. And then once technology got better, they're like, oh, we don't need to do that anymore. So that's my guess, because they stopped that in, like, with Final Fantasy, like in 10, right? Like they did 10 it plays a lot like 13 in a lot of ways. And 12 did that, 13 did that, and then 15 obviously is open world. But I think that's what it was. But that's just a guess.
I think that the areas of a world map is like it's too big and there's nothing to do. So like the casual will be like, oh, we got this big world map, but there's nothing to do on it but run around and battle a little bit. There might be some goodies to find, but it's really just empty.
Sounds like Tales of Hysteria.
Which one?
Sounds like Tales of Hysteria.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Because they made that open world feelingness, but it was really empty, right?
It was empty as hell. Yeah, there was nothing in it. So I don't know why the world map died. I like, it's not something I miss. I don't miss it that much. I miss turn-based battles, I guess, but I don't really miss an open world game.
I don't know why. I don't know why I missed the world map. I missed the ending, like the end game world map, where you have the airship and you can explore the entire world, and you can always find these secret areas.
Yeah,
that's true.
Trials of Mana does that, by the way. It's got most of it's interconnected zones, but you get an airship maybe like halfway through. You can kind of fly around. So
Nick, you did play feeling. You did play Dragon Quest XI, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to.
Oh man.
I didn't finish it. No, I got to. Wow. I don't think I think I just got Jade. What's that her name?
Oh, jeez, dude.
Yeah, I stopped playing
because the ultimate old school game. Like,
yeah, play that.
Like, seriously, go play that if you missed the old school so much.
Yeah, because I stopped playing it. I don't remember why. I think something else came out, and then the definitive edition was announced, and I'm like, well, I'll just buy that again and play that version because it's obviously better.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it does have some more content, and it has better music, which they still haven't patched into the PS4 version, which is annoying. But
oh yeah, that was one of the big things I hated. Is the freaking music. It felt like I was playing a MIDI. It was like I was listening to MIDIs, and everything else about that game was beautiful, except for the MIDI music.
Yeah, but like Shadow said, if you're looking for old school, definitely play that, because that's probably one of my favorites of the whole generation. The game's good.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. That's like one of the games of the decade, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It's got Best Girl Jade. Jade's Best Girl, so
there we go.
And there's some good mods for Jade, apparently.
Oh yes, there are. I don't think they work.
Oh, they don't work?
Yeah, I don't know if they work anymore, because they when they update the game, they have to update the mods, and then they don't update them because the game is it's not old, but it's just like out of date. Nobody's really messing with it.
Just waiting for the definitive edition to come out.
No, we got a definitive version, so I still got a definitive version on Switch. I haven't played it that much.
Yeah, I need to play it. All right, so Taylor, what have you been playing after your big rush of Trails of Mana and Sakura Wars?
So I played a game and I made a video about it. People got really mad. Do you remember, Nick? Do you remember on PS1 there was a game called Brigandine? Does that name ring a bell?
On the PS1?
PS1. We never played it, but it was always really expensive. But I'm just curious if that name rings a bell at all.
It kind of does. I think you tried to get it back when you were collecting.
Yeah, it was just too expensive. So so they're making a new one for Switch, and I never played it before, so I didn't know what it was. I just assumed it was a strategy RPG, but it is like this weird blend of, it's like Civ meets a strategy RPG. But I guess I might be overcomplicating that because people in the comments just destroyed me. But so what the game is you pick a kingdom, and then you have these towers set up all over the map, and then you move troops into these towers, and then you pick an opposing tower to fight, and then the fights are strategy RPG battles, but they're hexagons, they're not squares. And there's no like buildings or anything though. It's just a flat surface, like a board. It's almost like a board game. And you have troops, like human troops, but then each troop brings in like 3 to 4 monsters. But I didn't really like it. It was weird. It was a very weird game. It wasn't a great Civ, and it wasn't a great strategy RPG. So it felt like it didn't do anything well. And so people got really mad.
Why did you get destroyed in the comments?
Because like, oh, these are some of the worst impressions I've ever read. You don't know what you're talking about and all this stuff. And I'm like, this is just my opinion, man. I'm sorry if apparently this is exactly what the old one was like, but I never played the old one. So this is just my impressions from the demo. So if you don't like it, oops. Oh, well.
Sorry.
What game is it? What's it called?
It's called Brigandine, The Legend of Runercia. It's only coming to Switch.
Oh man, they got you on that dislike.
Yeah, it's almost 50-50. Yeah, it's bad. But I don't really care. I mean, I didn't like it, so.
Was this is this another Attack on Titan season 2 trailer video?
No, I went through the whole tutorial, and then I played. I mean, the game. So, imagine Civ is like you have turns. So in this game, they call it seasons. So there's like one turn of preparing your troops, moving them into different buildings, and then there's an attack phase. So I did 3 turns of that, and then the demo's over. So I don't know. The gameplay was really simple. Like the strategy RPG battle is just so simple to me. There's like no strategy to it really. And then if they're trying to make it like this kingdom simulator thing, which maybe I was overreacting with what I thought they were trying to do, but that was like not very interesting. But people were like, oh, you can level up your monsters later on, and there's like all these other things you can do. I'm like, guys, I only played the demo. Like I haven't played the other game, so I don't know what you want from me. But yeah, wasn't a fan.
And you, Shadow, haven't been playing anything because you've been busy, right?
Yeah, I really haven't been playing. I was supposed to get back to Persona 5 Royal. I barely touched that, to be honest. I'm going to get to Nocturne and finish it finally. That's the freaking plan, to do that, because I've been going at that since 17. I've been going at Nocturne, and I'm like, I need to finish this game now. Like, it's almost July. I told myself I'm going to finish it this year. It's gonna be in July. It's gonna get done. I've got 2 bosses to go, but I got a massive amount of grind to go, because apparently my setup right now is just worthless. Because with Nocturne, you gotta go in with a plan if you're gonna play on hard. I didn't go with the plan. I just winged it, and I let everybody decide my stat bonuses, because each time you level up, you get 1 point into whatever stats you want to pick. I let the chat decide, which I should have had a structured plan. Oh my god, I spent all the money I had on demons, which was I had to, because I needed demons to beat certain bosses and I'm a little bit afraid to load the game up and see what I gotta do to get all the Magatama and whatnot. But it's gonna get done. But other than that, low key, I kind of gotta get back to Final Fantasy 9. So I did promise somebody I'd play that, but I never. I don't know. I don't know if I can ever get to these games. I don't. It's like I got older, but I don't feel old. I just feel like I got a shit ton of responsibility dumped on me, and I can't play games when I want to, unless it's something like Final Fantasy 7. In which case, I will drop everything to play it.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, I really wanted to play Trials of Mana. I wanted to check out Sakura Roars. I couldn't do it. I was like, I can't justify getting Sakura Roars or Trials of Mana when I haven't beaten Persona 5 Royal. Yeah, I can't do it.
That's fair. You're being a responsible adult.
Yeah.
You got to pick and choose your games.
Yeah.
Persona 5 Royal is a beast. It is a beast. Speaking of that,
So
what?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say that's what I've been playing. All right.
So
yeah.
it's like it's worth it, right? Like it's like you could see why it got its own game and why it's not DLC.
Yeah, they added a lot of things. They added a bunch of quality of life improvements. You don't for like the first half of the game, Morgana doesn't tell you to go to sleep. You have stuff to do. Even when he says you can't go outside, they added a lot of things you could do inside LeBlanc. So
yeah, because it was like you couldn't even work out, or you couldn't even like make tools or something like that in vanilla version. Yeah. Now you can.
Now
so
you
that's
can,
where
yeah. There's some nights you can't, but those are like 4 or 5.
Yeah, those are
he says like, we got to do this, so get your rest now. And it's like, okay. But the new characters are fun. I enjoy them. I think they tie in more into the next arc than the original arc.
Now I heard something. I haven't played it yet, as you guys know. Mm-hmm. But I heard what's her name? Kasumi is only playable for 1 dungeon.
Yeah, I think that's the truth. Yeah.
Oh man, you hate to see it.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so a lot of people are like, "That's gonna be my girl." I'm like, I'm sorry, she's not. She's not gonna be.
That doesn't sound good, man. I swear. Oh man,
is there at least opportunities to hang out with her, like for social link stuff?
Yeah, her social link is only 5 instead of 10.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I don't know why. Maybe in this new arc it expands, but in the first arc, for the original, you were able to hang out with her, and she has her own little story and her own little palace, and that happens during the original story. And she appears in certain palaces to help you out, but she's never part of your team.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yep.
Do you think Kasumi or Marie were better additions to their respective games?
I was actually going to say this is more like a Marie. Kasumi is more Marie. And I think Kasumi and I forgot the teachers. Maruki is the teachers. I think their stories are combined. So you need to hang out with both of them. He's interesting. So he's cool to hang out with. But there's I don't want to give anything away. There's some stuff that's totally changed. I mean, that's what's going on right now, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on? They really it's like, are they really going? They're going this route. They're going this route. So I just started. What?
Around when do those changes start? Like it starts at the end, or
it starts literally at the end of the game. Like, you know when Sai is like, you need to turn yourself in.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So that scene happens, but something completely different happens. It's like, yeah, it's just like you're about to turn yourself in, and then bam, something happens. And it's like, oh, okay, I guess this is happening now. But then the good thing is, you get to have a Christmas event with your love.
That's good.
Yeah, and it's expanded. It's not the same one. So I had a new scene with Kawakami, and it was like, oh, thank goodness. Because you remember the scene, the Christmas scene, right? It's always like you hang out in your room, and then they're like, "Oh, you're not telling me something," and I could tell, so I'm gonna leave now because I'm mad at you, and then it just ends.
That's right. Yeah.
And it's not like that in this one. They actually go out on a date.
Wow. Cool.
So I was like, yes, thank goodness, it's a Christmas date. And then we looked outside the window because it started snowing. Did it snow in the original Persona 5? I don't remember.
I don't remember. It's been a while. I don't
There's
remember.
now snowing, and it was snowing, and Kawakami was like, "Oh no, the trains are going to be canceled." And I was like, "You can sleep with me."
Oh man.
Yeah, and she's like, but she's like, "Can't do that yet. Got to graduate first." You're like, damn.
Son of a bitch.
Kawakami.
Damn it,
Trying to follow the
Kawakami.
rules.
Hate to see it.
Yeah. But the battle system, they added some things that make it easier to see weaknesses. They added new technicals, the showcase moves, which are like mystic arts that randomly appear.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
The game's harder. Speaking of a hard,
Really?
remember how I was talking about how there was this one boss that just got really hard? So what I had to do, people were like, and the normal thing was to let's turn the difficulty down.
Hell no! Fuck out of here.
Yeah, no. It's funny. This is the funny part. They're like, turn the difficulty down, right? Not with this boss. They're like, turn the difficulty up. It's easier that way.
What?
Really?
Yeah. So
How does that work?
So in Merciless, weakness damage goes way up, like crazy amount of damage. But that's like the only way to kill monsters is to find their weakness now. But the same thing goes with you. If you get hit with your weakness, you're dead. And if you die, you can't go to a prior save room. You have to just turn off your game and load up again. There's no restart in Merciless battles. So I was like, holy shit. I forgot to turn it. So I turned it on. I beat the boss in Merciless.
Do we care who the boss is? I'm pretty sure we already fought this boss in Vanilla Persona 5.
Yeah, it's Akubara.
Who is it? Oh, yeah, I had a feeling it was going to be him.
Yeah. Because I remember in Vanilla, he was way easy. He was really easy. For some reason in this one, he was really hard.
Which one, Kumara? Is that the bug guy?
No, the one he sends out his robots.
Oh, the robot. Yeah, I remember that one being interesting.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, they made it way harder than this one. They just made it annoying because you have to kill them. You have to kill them all together, and you can't do as much. You can't do as much damage. So you can't do as much damage to kill them all at once. And there's like 4 of the same types each time. So you get the big beefy ones, and once they get low, they'll run away. And if they run away, you have to wait until they all run away, and you have to start all over, or they just explode and do a massive amount of damage. So that kept happening. I was like, and you only have 30 minutes. You have 30 minutes to beat this boss. And I ran
longer than 30 minutes.
Yes, it took me twice. 30 minutes. I went through it, and then I was like, I can't beat this. And they're like, oh, just turn on Merciless. I'm like, okay, turn on Merciless. Beat it the first time. I was like, wow, really?
That sounds great. I'm definitely going to do it on hard.
Yeah, and then Merciless. So the thing is, I left it on Merciless. I forgot to turn it off, and I was doing this dungeon, and I ran into a guy, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to restart into the prior save room. Or prior safe room. Nope, got to reload the save. And I was like an hour gone. I was like, shit. Forgot about that.
Oof.
It hurt. So I'm now starting the new stuff, and I can't wait to see what's up because it's what the fuck? Why are they going this way? Because you know, like what's the new stuff, right? You know what the new stuff is.
New semester.
There's a new semester. What else?
A new dungeon with a catchy, I'm guessing.
New character. What characters? What character? What else?
Mangana.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh man, that guy.
So that just happened, and a lot of other stuff just happened. A lot of other stuff had just happened, and I was like, "Oh God, really? They're going this route." And
then Teddy shows up, and it gets all crazy.
Yeah, Teddy's is like there.
It's sounds awesome.
And then Makoto's there. He's like, I'm back, I guess. I don't have to deal with Nyx anymore. All right.
That'd be crazy.
So let's do a couple of questions. We have a lot of them. From Spaghetti, have you guys ever played Golf Story?
Nope.
Which is like an RPG with golf.
I hear it's cool.
Yeah, I heard from my friend. I heard from Jake that it's a really fun story, really fun game, and he thought we would like it. So, I guess.
Heard of it?
You heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I never played it.
Yeah. Purple Aliens Don't Matter asks, ever play Fallout?
Nope, never played Fallout either.
I think I played Fallout 4 for like literally 5 minutes, and I was like, I'm good.
I think
Like literally 5 minutes.
I think I was the same way. I played Fallout 3 and I fell asleep while playing it and never played it again.
Yeah.
And then I played Fallout 4 for a bit, and then it's just not. I don't know why. Because I enjoy Skyrim, and I definitely enjoyed Oblivion when it first came out. And for some reason, Fallout, you would expect Fallout to be more fun because it has guns and stuff, but don't know.
Well, I hear the shooting's not very good in Fallout. Like you have to use the VATS and stuff.
Yeah, it's like required to use VATS. From Spaghetti, is Jessie best girl?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Hey man, listen, Lou, we gonna put respect on Jesse's name, but we're gonna keep it 100 when we say Tifa is best girl.
That's right.
We're gonna pour one. I'm not gonna pour one out, but we're actually gonna give it to Aerith as well. All right, because Aerith is great. All right.
Yeah, I'd say Aerith is actually pretty good too.
Yeah, her voice acting was good. Her facial expression was on point. Her whole personality was great. But we all know number one is Tifa. All right. Jessie needs to get some water thrown on her. She thirsty as hell.
Yeah, no. I saw this really great fan art comic. It was it was from that scene when you go to I guess the motorcycle ride. Try not to spoil it. So she's like, "So Cloud, you got to come out and hang out with me later." And then so that's panel 1, and panel 2 is like Cloud says, "Oh, you have to pay for it or something like that." And then the next scene is like her counting her money or whatever, like drooling because she's like, "Fine."
Yep.
But yeah,
I could definitely see her doing that.
Yeah, she's definitely thirsty.
Yeah, she's thirsty.
Also from Spaghetti, how do you feel about the remakes action combat? Would you rather them done it as a full turn-based game?
Combat's great. People complaining about it not being turn-based are silly. This has always been my my argument. I think if you're going to do a big AAA production, like I think it would just be weird to have turn-based combat. Like that's just my only argument, and maybe that's wrong. And we've never seen it, but I just feel like it would look weird to have like these super high fidelity characters like just sitting there waiting to go. I just think that would look weird.
Hey, we thought we played it back in Persona and PS1 days when those were high fidelity characters standing there doing stuff.
There was nothing high fidelity on PS1
back in the day. At the time, yes, they were. I thought the battle graphics for Final Fantasy VII were amazing when I first saw them.
They were, but now they're like almost photorealistic. So to have photorealistic character models like sitting there, I just think would look stupid. That's just my opinion.
This is what we're going back to the last topic, where if they did something with that fidelity and made the turn-based combat awesome and snappy like Persona 5, I think it would be perfect. It would be awesome.
It will work. Yeah, like it depends. Yeah, it had to make it dynamic, but they had to do something to camera angles every time a character attacks. It always has to like zoom in on the characters and make the hits really like feel like you're hitting someone, you know?
Yeah.
So it's not just going to be like fixed one camera and you're just tagging back and forth. Nah, they'll make it dynamic.
Unlike Dragon Quest does that, exactly what you just said. That's what Dragon Quest does. Unless you move your character around, it's literally just, man, we're sitting here, punch, yeah.
It still has its own charm. It's still fun, you know. Still great.
It's like playing RPG Maker. Love it.
I tried to make that game with that.
So have we, many a times. We
started and not finished one.
We spent many a night. I think I still have some of them on the memory cards.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
From Craftium, guys, I'm trying to explore mementos, but I'm dummy thick, and the clap of my ass cheeks keeps altering all the shadows. What do I do?
What?
I don't even know what that means. What?
Me either.
On a serious note, what's a JRPG or a game in general that you think is a good game, but personally you dislike it? So you think it's good. It's like it's actually a good game, but you don't like playing it.
I mean, I have to concede Trails of Cold Steel because I'm the only person I know that doesn't like that game. I just said it was a good game, but I don't like it. What's wrong with that?
Because you should like it. You have all the qualities.
I know.
Right? I don't like it.
I know.
You don't like it.
I know. It bothers me. I bought the game twice, thinking like, oh, let me buy the PS4 version of maybe just because I played it on the Vita. It was right after Persona 5, so I was comparing it. I was in the wrong mindset. But nah, I bought the PS4 version, fresh, ready to go. Still didn't like it. So
did you beat it on the PS4?
I got really far, but I was just like, I can't. I got so bored. I just couldn't do it. Yeah,
I don't get it. I mean, it is the first. It is Cold Steel 1, which is a little slower. Play Cold Steel 2.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Well, here's again. I'll just say this one more thing, and then I think what people go to that game for, I don't care about. People are always like the world building, but I'm like, the world is boring. The world is uninteresting. I don't care what the grocer's son does in his free time. I don't give a shit.
I don't think we're talking about. I don't think they're talking about the world. That world. I'm talking about all the enemies, all the different factions that are building. Like what's going on behind the scenes. It's like
talk to your boy.
Yeah, I think that's what they're talking about. No, definitely. We've talked many a times. It's just. I get it. I get Taylor's thing.
It's a lost cause.
Yeah, it's a lost cause. Then Taylor plays Tokyo Xanadu, and it's his favorite game of all time, which is just Trails of Cold Steel with action combat
in modern setting. That's all it is. Like, are you serious? Oh man, whose man is this? I'm sorry, man.
All right, so
what about you guys? What is a game that you don't like, but you can concede is a good game?
I would say Tales of Symphonia. No, I'm just joking. That game's just trash.
What? Oh my god. God. Maybe
that's Nick's Trails of Cold Steel. That is his one of those, I think.
He is not. What's he doing right now?
Oh, line up candle.
Okay, I thought you were burning like Tales of Symphonia.
I would totally do something like that in a video. If I ever did a video about Tales games and I had to mention Symphonia, I think the running gag would be I'd always like throw it away or destroy it somehow. But it would always somehow appear in my hands.
I would say for me probably Dark Souls. Like I got no patience for that game. I can't do it. It doesn't look like my type of game. It looks boring as all hell. It just seems frustrating for no reason to be frustrating. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure if I played it, I could beat it. But I'm like, I don't feel like putting myself through that headache. So I'm like, I'm good. I already got to go through hell when it comes to Disgaea games. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
That's fair. It's fair.
I would say Pokemon.
Okay. You like Pokemon though. I thought you liked the early ones.
I played I played Red and Yellow, and yeah, I played those, and then I played newer ones. I'm like, this is just the same thing. And then I played another new one. I'm like, this is just the same thing. And so I was like, okay, no, not my thing.
No.
But I get why everyone likes it.
Because Pikachu,
yeah, Pikachu. Yeah, it's like you bought this game before. Next question. From Josiah Otaku, have you ever rebought video games or ports of video games on different platforms? If so, have you bought any recently?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Have you bought games or ports of games on multiple platforms?
Oh, I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like mostly, if a game was available on PC, I'm gonna get it on PC as well. If I bought it on PS4 or something,
I think
just
I
for
bought,
60 frames. Go ahead.
I think I bought Cold Steel 4 times. Vita,
God damn.
Wow.
PS3, PS4, PC.
What happened to the Vita?
I had the Vita, so I first bought it on Vita, and then I bought it on PS3 because I wanted a higher fidelity version. And then they announced a PC port, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna get the PC port. And they're like, oh, we're gonna bring both Trails of Cold Steel 1 and 2 onto the PS4. I'm like, okay, I guess I get that too. Gotta support them.
Weirdly enough, the game I've done that with was Final Fantasy IX, and it's not because I like the game. It's just I couldn't find the right platform to play it on, so I bought it when it came out on PS1, and then I used to take the train a lot to go to work. So I'm like, oh, I'll buy the PS1 Classic version on Vita, and then I just couldn't beat it. And then I bought the PC version because it had the speed up stuff. I'm like, oh, finally I'll be able to beat it. And then for whatever reason, I never finished it on PC. And then I bought it on PS4. And I finally beat it on PS4. So I bought Final Fantasy IX 4 times.
See, I expected Shadow to do that. What Taylor did. Just play it and then get to a point where you're like, oh, yeah, I don't like this anymore. Try it and stop.
I think I actually do that nowadays. Well, I might drop a game because other games might come out, but I don't think I've ever played a game and I in the middle say I don't like it anymore. I don't think I've actually done that in a while.
Taylor, what's the game that I quit at the end? Just straight up quit because I was like, it was trash.
Grandia Extreme?
Yep. Holy crap. Because I was trying yeah, that pissed me off. I was just playing it and I was like, I want to play Grandia 3. So I was doing it in chronological order. And so it was like Grandia 1, 2, Extreme, 3. I was playing Extreme and I was like, this is trash. This is so bad. And it's compared to Grandia 2, which is awesome, really well made. And you go to Grandia 3 or Grandia Extreme, it's like, what happened?
I'm sorry, wait, what? Grandia 3?
No, Grandia Extreme.
Extreme.
Grandia 3 is amazing until a certain point in the story, and then it just falls right off the cliff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to bring that game back. I want to play that game again.
They need to make a new Grandia. Grandia 4.
That'd be crazy. Not many people will come up there. Oh, I love Grandia. Oh my god, I love it. I love it so much. Where have you been this whole time?
I don't know. They didn't. Did those people come out for the Grandia remaster?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All of a sudden, when Grandia 4 comes out, you're gonna have all these people loving it. It's amazing. That's what people do. I'm tired.
Okay, so let's do one more because I gotta do dinner. What is each from Hookah LaConk? Hookah LaConk.
Okay.
What is each of your favorite JRPG protagonists and favorite JRPG villains?
Protagonists. I have to go with Luke from Tales of the Abyss. Yuri, Tales of Vesperia.
You mean mid-game Luke, right? Not early game Luke.
No, early game Luke too. I like him too because you know what? I've never seen a protagonist act like that before in my life. That I've never seen an asshole, bitchy, whiny protagonist ever before. That was great. That was a refreshing thing to see.
Why do I gotta do this? I usually pay for this.
Gosh, I was impressed. I didn't think any game would have the balls to do that. Yuri, Tales of Vesperia. What else? As far as villains go, I don't know. There's not that many villains I can care all that much for. Yeah, I can't really think of any villains. I can think of scumbags, but I can't really think of just I like them.
Maybe that's the criteria. You love to hate him. Maybe.
Okay, I guess Kamoshida.
Yeah,
he's one that really stands out. He's just a scumbag.
Ooh. Oh yeah, he sucks.
Yeah. What else? Can't really think of any. Oh, Kafka. Kafka's great.
I don't have any point. You know who Kefka is, right, Taylor?
Yeah.
Okay. I was hearing a question like Kefka.
It's like, no, well, really? I was debating. I was like, is that one I would pick?
Oh, okay. I was like, no, come on, Taylor. I know you know this character.
I do indeed. I don't know. Whenever I think of like my favorite JRPGs, they're like the silent protagonists that you like put your personality on. So it's hard to say
persona.
Like for example, like Yu Narukami, like his anime version of his personality is amazing. Like I think that's, if that counts, I would say Yu Narukami. But like when I think of the Final Fantasy protagonists, like none of them stand out particularly to me. Like Ramses, fine, I guess. And you know, for me, I like to pick female characters, but there's not that many prominent female JRPG protagonists that are like interesting.
I'll go with Velvet.
See, I haven't played Berseria.
Oh man, what are you doing out here, man?
Dude, the last 3 Tales games leading up to Berseria were terrible.
Yeah, he did not like the Tales games that he played when it was leading up to
Zillia 2, and Zestiria were all. I feel like they got progressively worse. So I'm like, I'm out. That was just and.
I'll give you that.
I mean, I'm sitting here looking at like light. I actually like Lightning. I know people don't like Lightning, but I think Lightning's kind of cool.
Like, nah, she I
don't know if this counts, but can we say Balthier? Does that count?
Yo, he's the main character of Final Fantasy 12. That's
Thank you.
He's the protagonist.
I don't know Pinello. I don't know none of those people. It's either Balthier, Bosch, or Ash. It's one and Fran. All right. Fuck them two. All right, literally.
Good. I'm glad you see it my way.
God damn. We all know Balthier should have been the main character. You know, I wouldn't even say Balthier. Bosch at the very least should have been the main character. Yeah. Who else? I don't know.
Villains all run together, I feel like. Sephiroth, I guess. I mean, that's an easy answer, but
mine, Stan from Tales of Destiny. Who doesn't love a country boy as a main character? They're totally clueless about the world. And an idiot. It's great. Justin from Grandia.
Ooh, yeah, Justin's good.
And for a villain, the Lucavi from Final Fantasy Tactics.
Okay. You know who I'd also throw into my favorite protagonist is Alex from Lunar. He's your typical plucky JRPG, like let's go get him. You know what I mean? Kind of guy. I'm trying to think of villains. I had Sephiroth is such a cop-out answer. I'm trying to think of better villains that are interesting.
Alex.
Yeah.
I love this picture. He's like, oh my God,
it's so awesome. It reminds me of that. You guys seen that that meme? It's like level 1 MMO character, and it's just like super buff guy like punching a lobster. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
That's so funny. That's like one of my favorite pictures. Trying to think of JRPG villains.
I want to say Albedo from Xenosaga. I liked him.
Man, I wish I played Xenosaga.
Sick.
It's hard to get those games.
Sure, I'll do that. Man, villains. I don't really think of many.
Okay, here's a curveball. Would you count Delita as a villain from Tactics?
I know.
I don't really go into Tactics. I don't
really think so.
Yeah, he's not really a villain. He's just doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, you know, I'm trying to like think of, I mean, this is a giant spoiler, but skip 5 seconds ahead for Persona 4.
Oh, wait.
Oh, too late.
That's fine.
I mean, like,
he's pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. I almost agree with his motives, just that he was a little bit too desperate. Because some of the points he would make, I could definitely understand where he's coming from. But then for him to force himself onto somebody was just, no. Now you went too far.
Yeah.
Ido, or Id, from Xenogears.
Oh, yeah. He was a pretty good, he's a good boss fight.
Yeah, he was a good, he's like, who is this guy kind of thing?
Yeah.
Until you find out who he is, it's like, what?
I think the greatest JRPG villain is Tom Nook. I mean, he's just so evil, and he just never stops. He's pretty evil.
Who's that?
He's the guy in Animal Crossing that sells you the house, and you're constantly in debt to him. The little raccoon guy.
Okay. All right. I was like,
oh, Nook. Yeah.
Who's the main bad guy? Zemnis. I like the boss fight. I don't know why. I really enjoyed the boss fight of Zemnis.
Which one? In in Kingdom Hearts 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good boss fight. All the boss fights in Kingdom Hearts are really good. Well, maybe not Kingdom Hearts 1, but 2, Birth by Sleep, 3, they all had pretty good endgame boss fights.
I think 2 had the best ones though.
Yeah.
Man, when I went from 1 to, I never played 2. So when I went on my killing floor, my Kingdom Hearts spree, I went from 1 to 2, and I was like, holy shit. The changes are so drastic. It feels so good to play this game compared to 1. Because 1's all floaty, and you just do the same combo over and over again.
Yeah.
But in 2, it's just like, bam. And I don't care if you play as Roxas at the beginning. Roxas is a cool guy.
Yeah, Roxas is alright. I ain't got nothing against Roxas. I don't hate him. I like Sora better.
Yeah, he's also very strong though. All right, dudes. I think that'll be it for this episode. We're all tired. Our internets are acting up, especially Taylor's. And,
yeah, Taylor, he's like out there like pixelated like a mofo.
Oh, shoot. I know. I'm looking at my connection. It's going from like green to red. So yeah, it's definitely bad.
But yeah, sorry we're late, but life right now is kind of hectic for a lot of us, so it's hard to get in touch. But we'll see you next week, or next 2 weeks, next episode. I'm tired, I'm sorry. But yeah, if you liked what you listened, be sure to leave us a review, subscribe, leave a comment, do anything. We're on every platform: iTunes, Google, Spotify, YouTube. So yeah. Pornhub. Yeah, Pornhub as well. And if you want to follow us on Twitter, all our accounts are in the links below. And join our Discord. And don't be scared of Abe. Abe's harmless. See you guys.
Peace.
Peace.